Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 23rd, 2014. Hundreds attended the funeral last night of 3-month-old Chaya Zissel Braun, the baby girl killed yesterday in Jerusalem during a terror attack. As we reported to you yesterday, a car rammed into a crowd of people waiting at the Jerusalem light rail station in the Ammunition Hill neighborhood yesterday, critically injuring Chaya Zissel and seriously injuring 8 others. She died several hours later at Hadassah Hospital. The Jerusalem Post reported that a U.S. official told them last night that Braun was an American citizen. The terror suspect, who was shot by police while trying to escape the attack site, died later at the hospital. He was identified as 20-year-old Abdel Rahman al-Shaloudi, who is the nephew of slain Hamas explosives expert Mohidneh Sharif, and has served in Israeli jails for several incidents of violence against Jews. Following last night's attack, there were several incidents of Palestinian rioting, with stone throwing and throwing Molotov cocktails, particularly in East Jerusalem. Jerusalem police said they will show zero tolerance to any such incidents and have increased police presence in the area. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to restore peace and security to the city. He put the blame for the attack on Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas and his partner, Hamas. Netanyahu said this is how Abbas's partners in government, Hamas, act. The U.S. State Department condemned the deadly attack. Spokeswoman Jen Psaki said, "We express our deepest condolences to the family of the baby, reportedly an American citizen, who was killed in this despicable attack, and extend our prayers for a full recovery to those injured. We urge all sides to maintain calm and avoid escalating tensions in the wake of this incident." And Jewish organizations here in the U.S. expressed their outrage and sadness over the attack. The National Council of Young Israel said last night that the global community needs to institute harsh measures to further marginalize Hamas and its cold-blooded killers and take definitive and substantive steps in order to curtail its indiscriminate terrorist activities and prevent future tragedies such as the one that we experience today. Jewish Council for Public Affairs President Rabbi Steve Gutto said violent acts spurred by hatred have no place in a civilized society. And Union for Reform Judaism President Rabbi Rick Jacobs said, "We hope that this incident will not incite others like it in a city that has seen too much violence and hatred since the summer." Hamas leader Khalid Mashal told Vanity Fair in an interview published this week that the terror group's military chief, Mohammed Deif, was alive and well. You may recall that towards the end of Operation Protective Edge, an Israeli airstrike targeted Deif's home, but Hamas never confirmed he was there or was hit. Mashal, when asked about proof of Deif being alive, said the organization had proof, but did not feel the need to share it. In the magazine interview, Mashal also said that the terror tunnels built by Hamas were not offensive but defensive, and also praised the kidnappers and murderers of the 3 Israeli teens this summer, calling them martyrs and heroes. The World Jewish Congress expressed its support yesterday for the U.S. to change a legal loophole that allowed for suspected Nazi war criminals to continue receiving Social Security. We reported to you earlier this week about the Associated Press investigation that revealed that the U.S. Justice Department used this loophole to get more Nazis to agree to leave the country and avoid long deportation proceedings. During the 1990s, the World Jewish Congress supported the Justice Department's position as it sped up the process and the number of Nazis who left. WJC President Ronald S. Lauder said the expectation was that most, if not all, the individuals in question would be prosecuted by the European countries to which they returned or where their alleged criminal activities had been committed. Sadly, he said this proved not to be the case. Lauder praised the Office of Special Investigations for its years of work exposing and deporting Nazi war criminals. He said there cannot and there should not be such a thing as legal closure when it comes to genocide. And we support the U.S. authorities in their efforts to track down all suspected Nazi war criminals, no matter what their age is today, and to bring them to justice. Nefesh B'Nefesh, the nonprofit organization that promotes and facilitates Aliyah from North America and Great Britain to Israel, is once again asking for nominations for its second annual Bonei Tzion Prize, an award which recognizes English-speaking Olim, or immigrants to Israel, who contribute to and embody the spirit of modern-day Zionism in the State of Israel. The prizes of $10,000 will be awarded in the categories of science and medicine, education, community and nonprofit, young leadership in the IDF and national service, entrepreneurship and technology, and in arts, culture, and sports. The deadline for submission is December the 15th. The Bonei Tzion Committee is comprised of many distinguished leaders in their fields, including author, former diplomat, and prime ministerial advisor, Ambassador Yehuda Avner, CEO of the Jewish National Fund, Russell Robinson, and Israeli Olympic medalist, Yael Arad. And turning to our programming for tonight, Thursday, October the 23rd, the Pew Report on a portrait of Jewish Americans is discussed at the Union for Reform Judaism's biennial at 8:30 tonight. And then at 9, Jewish leaders join Mark Golub to discuss the report on L'chaim. That's here on JBS and jbstv.org. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 23rd, 2014. I'm Teisha Bader.